Happy May 25th, everybody. Jill Blanchette with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here for my Christmas card video. And I want to make a super simple one because, super simple makes for great Christmas cards because you can do a lot of them without a lot of effort. But I did kind of go out of the box a little tiny bit on this one today. Probably too many steps for one to duplicate for oops, and you might not see me. Hold on, where am I spotlighting? For too many steps to duplicate, maybe for Christmas cards that you have to mass produce, but maybe for a couple special ones, you might want to try something like this. So hey Debbie, thanks for sharing, thanks for watching, thanks for commenting. All right, I'm going to plug the sign up special again. Over $200 worth of products for $99 plus tax for your area, no shipping. You get $125 in whatever products you pick. And I think if I get a minute, I'm going to show you all the stuff that you get. I gotta gather it all and see if I got it, and then maybe I'll make up a little basket of $125 worth of stuff just so you can see how much stuff you actually could get for your $99. I know that it ends up to be over $200 worth of stuff, so you want to increase your supplies. I highly suggest you sign up. If you just are getting started, it's a perfect opportunity to get a bunch of supplies, and we can chit chat. You can sell if you want, you don't have to. You could just take the kit and run. So that's all we're going to do from there. That's all I'm talking about. The kit, love to have you on the team. So give it some thought. greenthumbstampers.com. You can click on join. That's me. That join under me. If you don't want to join under me, it's an awesome deal. You should join under somebody. So let's get started. Let me hey Janice, hey Mom. I'm gonna turn my camera down. Let me see. I'm kind of discombobulated here a little bit. Kind of lost yesterday. I totally spaced it. Today was the 25th. So like I say, I kind of lost a little bit of my yesterday. I got a sneeze. So excuse me. This was oh my gosh, when I saw the post that said join me tomorrow night for a Christmas card, I'm like, holy cow, it's Christmas card time. But like I said, I pulled a bunch of stamp sets, and I had an idea I was going with, and as I was scrolling Pinterest, because I go there to see what piques my interest, and I happened to see I should have printed it out to show you guys. It was a Sizzix die card. I think it was on Etsy. Somebody might have made the card. I don't know, but it was a Sizzix die. But this was my take on it. So I'm going to show you guys this. This is a 5-inch square card. You will need a special envelope for it, but it can be easily pulled down. You could make it into a book fold card and then make this part a 4-inch, and then you got the little book binding part over here, or you could just do it in a regular card and just have a little more height to it and squish it in. But that was my take on the card that I saw. She had a cute little penguin in there, and I decided to pull out my old cookie cutter Christmas stamp set, and I'm also using the, let me get it, peppermint. Let me, gotta be careful. I did not cut everything ahead of time. So, frosted gingerbread. I'm using the frosted gingerbread dies for the candies. And I'm using the coordinating paper. I don't think there's a wood cardboard in here to tell me. It's probably called frosted gingerbread or something gingerbread. And it went with that sweet. So this cute paper, you might remember it. The dies cut out the cookies, and there was a pack of add-ons that had things that looked like the trays, and it was a cute set, but I'm using that. Oh, and I'm using the Labels Aglow. Did not bring it over, but I'm pretty sure that that's what this is called, Labels Aglow, to make the dots around there. So let's get going here. So I've cut my paper. So I've got 10 inches by 5 inches, and then score it at 5 inches and fold it in half. Burnish on your fold real good. Oh, hey, Kathy. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. And then I use that paper, and hold on, I did forget something. I got my little sponge. Because you could see the border on this paper, I cut it off. It went all around the perimeter of the 6x6. So I want to add a little bit of darkness to it. I didn't see I put it back. Huh, funny. Surprise myself once in a while and I put it back. All right, so I just want to put a little bit of the early espresso around the edge. I just want to muddy it up, darken it up a little bit, just so it's not quite as noticeable that it doesn't go all the way around. Because you're only going to kind of see the outline of it on the card anyway. So that was my thought there. And then I'm just going to glue that onto the front. I just glued that flat to the front. Oh, thanks, guys. I should do better at showing you the cards that inspire me. It's a little bit crazy sometimes how my mind works of what I come up with from what I see, but we're just going to glue that on flat. Then I have a 4 1/4 square in basic white. And you know what? I gotta get my big die cutter because my little one's not fat enough. So bring that over. Oh, if you could see the mess I still got down here. Still got a big mess. So let me bring that in. So I'm gonna put pull this back toward me a little bit. I'm gonna put my circle down that I want to cut out of the paper, and it's just going to cut out all these dots. And so I want to center it on there, eyeball it. I'll get my ruler just to see. I want like a 1/2 inch on each side. That looks pretty close. And wheel that through. Gotta get that piece off. Did you ever notice if you got a piece stuck on your plate, it will make a impression in your paper? All right, so I ran that one, got that step done. It makes a bajillion and one little tiny dots that came out. I'm gonna put that aside. Then I have just a circle, about 2 1/4 inch circle that I'm gonna lay on top of that. Can you see? I'm gonna lay that over the circle. just kind of eyeball the best that you can to make sure that you're sort of cutting it out evenly. I added, hey Christy, what set is that die from? This one, Kathy, is from, it's like Labels Aglow. Let me make sure that's what it's called. Oh, yes, and that was before it, the stamp set's called Brightest Glow. But this is the pieces in it. So then I just wanted to cut out the center somewhat there, the best that I can. And then I realized after the fact that she had a little bit of glitter paper covering, going around the hole. So I added that right at the end. Right before I started the video, I said, oh, I think it needs some little pizzazz there. So now I've got a piece of gold, like glitter paper, glimmer paper, whatever, and 2 dies. So I'm using that same 2 1/4 inch circle. It's gonna pop out the center. I don't want paper's really thick. And then I went 2 sizes bigger to make the outside. Otherwise it would have, it just looked too skinny to me. So let me pop the center out. And I already cut out of that paper, the paper pack. I used that same small circle that we cut the center out with and made a circle for the hole, to go in the hole. So let's get this assembled real quick. And we can go through and knock out the rest of our little dots. I'm just going to leave those that are still there. And I'm going to put some glue around my gold circle. I think my scissors are under my cut and emboss machine, so I can't get to them to cut that off. So then I'm just going to put that around. So if you don't cut your hole out, you know, exactly perfect kind of thing, you can cover up any border maybe that you missed with that. All right, so then find out how our card opens. You can open your card this way, however you want. I'm just going to stick that on there where I want to adhere it. Then I'm going to put some glue on the back of my circle here. And I'm just going to stick it back in the hole. Okay. Now we know that that's where we want it on our paper. And then I've got a piece of pecan pie. And I'm going to use the same pecan pie ink with the cookie cutter Christmas set. And I'm going to use this gingerbread. And there are all kinds of pieces to this set. I don't even know when this set is from. I know it's people really like it. I just don't know what, it doesn't say what year it's from, but I find a lot of people looking for it online. So if you have it and you want to sell it, a lot of people would buy that in a heartbeat. And so I'm going to just stick my gingerbread person on there. Going to stamp him on our pecan pie paper. Ooh, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Pecan pie paper. Lots of peas. Oh, sorry. Didn't know where I put my cleaner. I get myself all discombobulated. I get all set up earlier. Then I went and ate dinner. And I came back, and then all of a sudden, bam, I'm in a hurry to get things done, and I gotta rush around, and then nothing's where it should be. So now I've got you can use a white gel pen if you have one. Oh, so I gotta do this little bow tie first. And there's eyes, if you want to give him eyes. This must be a tuft for Santa's hat. I really like this reindeer, and that punches out with the punch as well. So I'm going to make this little bow tie in real red. Let's see, gotta go this way. There we go. That very dark on the top part. And then we have a gingerbread punch. The glows part, or there you go. That's what the gingerbread punch looks like. And so it punches out the little bow tie. So put that in there. I cannot lean on the big shot thing, or it's gonna come flipping right off there. All right, so now we got this little bow tie. Close this ink. We're done with this one. And I have a paint pen from, I don't even know why. Oh, Mom and I took a class, Copic marker coloring class 20 years ago in Grand Rapids. And I think we got these there. Kind of weird that it still works that old. So maybe that's not where I got this, but I know we did get these there. And so I'm just going to color in the spots that should be white with this poster pen. And then I'll probably have to go back over it again because it will all soak in to the paper. Well, I'll watch it for a second. Let me put his little bow tie on while we wait for it to dry. Soak in a little bit. Never hurts to put a little extra on there. Put his little tie on for a gingerbread boy. Okay, and now I'm just gonna go over these little things one more time. Just to make them a little bit whiter. Probably should have punched them out first. But like I said, I'll give it another little hot second to dry. And kind of go like that. See, rip these off so it can fit in there. Oh, geez. Hopefully that, oh yes, I was gonna say hopefully the it's my scissors. Hopefully the little bow tie is gonna fit under in the punch. I got way ahead of myself, didn't I? So excited. So we're just gonna stick him in there. Line him up, hold my breath. All that stuff unfortunately punches out. That's my only beef with these builder punches is you get so much extra stuff when you punch that you don't necessarily want. All right, so now, guess I'm gonna just set him aside for a second. No, let's go ahead and build it up. I don't need it to be flat to put the other pieces on, so I'm going to use some of these ginormous dimensional things that I got here and put them all around in the corners and stuff. And then I'll go back and add some extras because you want to make sure that when you have something with the hole and it's standing up, you'll want to make sure that it's all standing up or it'll sink in. You need a lot of adhesive and stuff on it. Not adhesive, but the whatever you're using, dimensionals, the tape, the whatever you might be using to pop it up. And my gold thing is here, so I'm going to put a couple on there because that gold ring is around this. So I can put some on right there and it will pop that hole up for sure. And I'm going to make some more strips. And I'm just going to put them like down on all these edges. I probably could have cut the great big square ones into small pieces as well, but or strips, but that's all right. Gotta make sure it doesn't get deflated in the mail. Keeps its shape and everything. Now you could also make this a shaker card if you wanted to. That would be cute. With some little candy bits in the shaker part. Okay, so now I want to make sure that this goes back over my circle. Let's push that down. I've got my little gingerbread guy, and so I'm going to put another, I'm going to put a little square on the back of him. On his head. I'm going to pop his head up in the hole. And I'm going to pop his little foot out of the hole. He's popping right out of there. Oh, isn't there like a naughty gingerbread and he rides on the back of the wolf? You can't eat me, he says, or something. So that's this little mischievous guy. He's going to pop out of there. You can't eat me, Mr. Fox or wolf or something. And I think he swims across the river and the gingerbread guy rides on his back. I don't know. I could be thinking all totally wrong with my stories, my history of my fairy tales, fables. So now we got the card basically done. I'm going to bring my machine back in. And I'm going to make the little candy peppermint pieces I got down here. But this time I'm going to try them red. So we're going to try and make them red with white centers. So I got my little dies here. I'm going to just strategically place them on the red paper. Like that. And then I'm going to bring in that little white circle that I had from before and see if I can get all of the little white. We'll see how they look, the Starlight Mints. I'm hoping that they'll turn out okay. As red with white on the top. We shall see. So now where's my plate? We're going to cut those out. There we go. And I think this is all we have to cut out. So I'm just going to move this out of the way completely. See what they look like. I might. There we go. All right. So now all of our little candies. There we go. And then we're going to glue them together and let's just see how they look. So this is the great big one. Just going to put a little bit of glue. Did I dry up in that 5 seconds I wasn't using it? Let's see. I don't think that looks too bad, being red with the white. I'm just hoping it's going to stand out better on the white layer. So I thought I'd go red this time with white. One more. It's little tiny pieces. Here, oops. Slippery. Slippery when wet. I think that's a Bon Jovi album. Oh, he was just in my People magazine. I signed back up for People magazine, you guys. I got it for years and years and years and then just decided I'd had enough of it, but they sent an offer that I just couldn't refuse, so I signed back up for it. They just had an article about John Bon Jovi in it, and it was pretty interesting. Oh, gingerbread. Oh, I gotta read that. So it is a wolf. I gotta see what Patty's saying there. All right, so now, what do you think? It's too late to turn back, but do you guys like the white candies better or the red candies better? Oh, it looks totally different on my screen than it does in person. So you want to let me know what you think there on which candies you like better. And now I'm just going to take a little bit of dimensional and pop them up in various ways on the in this lower corner. I want to fill the corner with candies. So put that one down. Then on this one, I think I changed my mind when I was moving the candies or putting the candies on how I wanted to layer them. You know, that whole over under, give that depth and dimension and all that good stuff. And so I was trying to just put them in on certain spots and pop up half of it and like let the other half go where it wanted to. I'm just going to glue that guy on there. He's just going to glue on the top there. So now we got some candies on there. And I went with gold because I used early espresso and this pecan pie, but silver might even look kind of neat with the white candies and stuff, but I cut out some gold. Probably if red would have looked good too, but I'm going to now get my, did not bring, hang on. I did not bring over powder. Oh, no, buddy. All right. So now I'm going to just put a little bit of embossing buddy on the red paper, tap it around. Oh, you know what? I got my cool little embossing powder do jigger here. Forgot I had that. Does anybody else have the issue? See how that's like white now from where I put that powder on there? And now you gotta, how do you make that go away? Do we rub it real hard when we're done? Never have figured that out. All right, so now I got my Versamark. And I'm going to use that Brightest Glow. Kathy, here's one of the stamps that went with the, I think this went with the die set. Then there was another stamp set that had images and such in it. And probably another die set, but I don't think I only got this one and that die set that I showed you already. Oh boy. Like I told you, I get all set up, or so I think I'm all set up, and then lo and behold, I'm not even close to being ready. All right, block. And I'm going to do this twice, just in case I cut. When I cut it out, I might need, I might cut into they're kind of close. I might cut into the greetings. So this gives me two options to use. Oops, my seasons didn't get. Okay. Set that aside. And I don't have a paintbrush over here, but I do see I've got some white stray. I always get white powder, stray powder, when I use white, and it irks me that when it heats, you get little white dots all around. So get your paintbrush or your pick tool or something that you can just kind of be sure that you give a little scrape off to the stuff that you don't want on there. And we'll see what I still have on there when we're dry. So hold on while and we're going to heat it. Once it starts to, you should see it start to go from a powder to a shiny. And then I'm just going to take my sleeve and just kind of buff that to try and get that white powder off that paper. Then we're going to cut it out. So I'm going to go with this isn't the best of words to cut out because it's kind of straight across and whatnot, but you can just wiggle your scissors around and make it look like there's contour even when there's not. Make it a little bit of a angle to it or a hoop-de-doo to it. Like right here, you can go up into the A a little bit and back down and then follow the S. And I end up with more little pointy things on there. But it gives it a little bit of character instead of just cutting it straight across. And then I go back and try and trim off any of the sharp points that I made that don't really need to be there. All right, then we're going to get our dimensionals again. Put seasons. I finally, oh, nope, I got enough on here. And we're going to put seasons up here in this corner. Didn't pull it back off. There we go. Seasons up there. And I'm going to go with the greetings on the top. And also, if you end up like cutting too close or something for what you actually were trying to achieve, you can always cut the second one. You got another one to fall back onto. Cut that off. Sometimes when I get into these real tiny ones, I do more twisting of the paper than I do cutting, and it just kind of looks like it tears it. But like right straight across here, you know, you might want to try and just go up and around and give it a little bit of swoopy things on there to help it along. Give it that little added character that it might need. Okay, now we need to cut just a little piece from there. And then we're going to put the greetings down in the bottom. Right. Season's greetings, like that. Now, if you thought that you needed some bling or whatever, you could jazz it up some more. But I'm going to move to the inside. And I just have a 4 1/4 piece of basic white cut square and a random leftover piece from when I had to cut that 6x6 page down to fit on the front. Oops, this is left over, so trimmed it down a little bit. It might still be a little wide, but it's all right. I think this bigger page can handle the wider strip on there. And then we're just going to glue that to the inside. And eyeball that we're even. And you could put some of those little candy sweet starlight minty things inside here even if you wanted to. But that is it, you guys. There's our Christmas card for May. And like I said, it's a little putzier than what I've been showing you for Christmas stuff, because I just think that if we're going to be honest with ourselves and mass produce cards, we want simple stuff, easy to make, but yet a variety. So this one's got cutting and stuff. What I was going to do was just going to be stamping and a little coloring. But I found this one, I like this one better. So again, it's a little putzier. I don't see me cranking out 50 of these or even 20 if it was for a swap. This is probably too involved for that, but a few here and there. Go back to if you want to do a little something a little more intense, aside from your basic cards that you've been making, then step it up for some of the special people in your life. You can give them a little bit fancier card than just a regular quick Christmas card. Save that for the clerk at the grocery store or your hairdresser or the doctor's office. But anyway, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Thank you so much. Have a great holiday weekend. Please be safe on the roads. That's it. I hope to be bringing you some more goodies. I got this done now, and so now I'm back over to clean up because I got the swap done that I videoed on Wednesday. Those are all done, so now I could focus on getting my craft room in order before I head out of town. So thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I appreciate the comments, the shares, the likes, the everything. So until next Wednesday, if not before, thanks for watching. I'll see you then. Bye, everybody.